Good morning, everyone. I hope that you and your families are well and you've had a great week. And I hope you now feel like you're really settling into a rhythm of working from home. So this week was a very exciting one for the Ark Boulton Virtual Academy, as we saw the start of live streamed lessons, with Year 11 and Year 7 completing 2 live lessons every day this week. These lessons were very well attended and have been a fantastic success. I've had the pleasure myself of dropping in and out of many of these lessons and seeing the amazing stuff that was happening live on MS Teams. I want to give a massive shout out to all the students in Year 7 and Year 11 who've logged in every day for their live streamed lessons Period 1 and Period 2. You guys have demonstrated enormous courage by tackling this brand new technology, as well as showing a great deal of compassion to your teachers and your classmates as we all get to grips with the new technology and the next stage of our online virtual academy. So, following on from the success of this week's lessons, over the next 2 weeks we'll be increasing the use of live lessons so that we can include all year groups. I'm going to go through exactly how this will happen now, so it might be a good idea to grab your journal and a pen and have that open ready to write down the information for your year group. Remember, you can always pause this video and re-watch the assembly at any time. So let's go through it now. So from this Monday, the 25th of January, Year 7 and Year 11 will be increasing to 3 live stream videos each day. So from Monday, both Year 7 and Year 11 will have live streamed lessons, Period 1, Period 2 and Period 3. Also on Monday the 25th of January, live streamed lessons will begin for Year 10. So from Monday, Year 10 will have live streamed lessons, but they will only have live streams Period 1 and Period 2. This Wednesday, so from the 27th of January, Year 9 will also begin their live stream lessons for 2 periods a day. So from Wednesday the 27th of January, Year 9 will have live lessons, Period 1 and Period 2. Year 8 will be the final group to begin their live stream lessons. This will happen the following week from Monday the 1st of February with Periods 1 and 2. Your live stream lessons follow your normal school timetable. So if you normally have maths with Mr. Jones Period 1 on a Monday when you're at school, your live stream lesson on Monday Period 1 will also be maths with Mr. Jones. Live stream lessons are 40 minutes long, which gives you time in between lessons to have a short break from the screen, change over your books and find your next virtual classroom on MS Teams ready for the start. So live stream lessons also then follow the timing of the day on the board. So Period 1 starts at 9 and finishes at 9:40, which gives you a 20-minute break before Period 2 starts at 10 o'clock. Break time is from 11 till 11:20, then Period 3 starts at 11:20, Period 4 at 12:20, lunchtime is 1:20 to 2, and then Period 5 from 2 until 2:40, you will always be doing a voiceover lesson. That final lesson, Period 5, will never be a live stream. It will always be a voiceover lesson from the Virtual Academy. The feedback from Year 11 and Year 7 about the live stream lessons after just 1 week has been excellent. I've had countless emails and conversations with students saying what a relief it was to get the feedback from their teachers and to be able to communicate and work with their peers again. So I'm absolutely confident that you'll all want to get involved when it's your turn. But I will remind you that live stream lessons are not optional. They offer a really important opportunity for you to work collaboratively with your classmates and to get direct and immediate feedback from your own class teacher. So wherever possible, you must attend these streamed lessons. Absence from or lateness to these lessons will be recorded, and it will be followed up by your welfare leads in the same way as it would be at school. Now, of course, we recognise that everyone has slightly different circumstances, and of course there are additional challenges whilst we're all working from home. So if for any reason you are unable to attend an online lesson, you need to let your class teacher know by email before the lesson begins. It's just common courtesy. It also means that they can remind you what you need to do instead. So even though we are increasing the live streaming, your teachers will continue to record the daily voiceover lessons for the Virtual Academy as well. So if you are unable to attend that live stream lesson, when you've let your teacher know, you must complete that voiceover lesson and submit the quiz instead. And similarly, until your live lessons begin, you need to continue following your school timetable and completing the voiceover recorded lessons. Again, I'm just going to stamp this. You are not picking and choosing between live stream lessons or voiceover recordings. You must have the humility and self-discipline to make every possible effort to attend your live stream lessons. Year 7 and Year 11 made an amazing start this week with very strong attendance for all lessons. So I'm expecting the same level of commitment and self-discipline from Year 10 and Year 9 this week. It's worth adding, if you're currently working in a workbook, it's important that you continue to do this, and we will keep calling you each week to check how you're getting on.
This is a new way of working for all of us, and we recognise that using new technology can be a little bit confusing. So in order to help you to access and use the online academy, we've created a series of how-to videos. To access these, you simply go to the Ark Boulton website and click on the Virtual Academy tab. When the Virtual Academy loads, hover your mouse over the Home button, and that will bring up these options. You need to click on How To. This will bring you to the page How To Tips for Online Learning. And as we scroll down, you'll see that there are a whole series of videos covering every aspect of online learning. There's the assemblies that we've delivered before on how to use the Virtual Academy and how to access work on MS Teams, but there are also shorter, more specific videos for every aspect, from accessing your lessons on MS Teams to how to upload an assignment. We will continue to add how-to videos to this folder as more questions arise. So, if you find yourself struggling to access something or don't know how to use some area of your online learning, please come and check out this folder first before you email your teacher for help.
I began this assembly by giving a big shout out to Year 7 and Year 11 for their fantastic start in engaging with the live stream lessons on MS Teams. I also now want to extend that shout out to everyone across the whole school who has regularly and consistently been engaging with the pre-recorded lessons on the Ark Boulton Academy. There are a large number of you who are working incredibly hard to keep up to date with all of the work that is set, to make use of the excellent resources that your teachers are working very hard to produce for you, and to complete their quizzes so that that effort is recorded as well. Unfortunately, there are still a huge number of you who are not engaging fully with all of your lessons. And I need to take this opportunity to remind you that you are all at school. This is not an extended holiday. This is not an option for you to pick and choose what work you do when. You are required to follow your school timetable, to complete the resources that your teachers are setting, and to complete the quizzes so that we know that work is happening. We have put a number of different options in place to support you if you're unable to access online work or if you're struggling for whatever reason. We're contacting you on a regular basis to check up and support you with this. At this point, we need you now to take responsibility, to have the self-discipline, and to realise that it is only your future that you're putting in jeopardy by not now doing this work. I do not expect to be having this conversation again next week, and look forward to a massive improvement in engagement from every single one of you. And so that brings us to this week's message. Last week I introduced you to our Virtuous Code of Conduct for Home Learning. This document explains simply how we can all apply our 10 moral virtues to the world of online learning. Each week during our assemblies, we're going to take one of our virtues and look more closely at how it can help us to be effective learners in the Virtual Academy, as well as being responsible online citizens. This week, I want to talk about the virtue of commitment, which we define as a determined and gracious resolve in the face of challenge. We're going to look at commitment by considering the quote on the left of your screen, which I think sums up perfectly what commitment really means. It's this: commitment is doing what you said you would do long after the mood you said it in has left you. We all make promises to ourselves when we feel inspired or excited or particularly focused. I can think of countless times when I've been watching a race or sporting event on TV and been completely blown away by the speed and skill of the athletes. Right, I think to myself, starting tomorrow I'm going to go running every morning. And I get out my trainers and I set the alarm and I go to bed dreaming of Olympic gold. But then, when the alarm goes off at 6 o'clock in the morning and the bed is warm and comfortable and outside is cold and dark and wet, it becomes really hard to remember why I thought going for a run was such a good idea. I'll start tomorrow, I think. Or perhaps it's schoolwork. You're in the middle of a brilliant online lesson where you understood everything the teacher just said and you've got all of the answers correct. You feel amazing, unstoppable. You are a genius. Your do not disturb task is a page and a half long, and as soon as the lesson's over, you carry on and power through the homework. This is it. From now on, you will be the perfect student. 100% effort in every lesson, an extra hour of revision every night, the works. But then, the next lesson's different. The topic's harder. The teacher's explanation isn't making sense this time. The questions seem impossible. And so your do not disturb task is only half a page. The homework goes unopened. You'll start tomorrow, you think. I'm sure you can all relate to these situations. And it's here that commitment comes in. Commitment is what forces you out of bed on a cold winter's morning to go for that run. And it's what will make you log on to the Virtual Academy and complete the lesson when you really would be rather watching Netflix. Commitment is hard because it has to happen all the time. It means doing the things that you know that you need to do every single time, especially when you really don't want to. Commitment is not glamorous, but it's absolutely essential to success. I want you to pause for a moment and think of an achievement in your life, the thing that makes you most proud. I would bet you anything that you did not achieve that thing without fully committing to make it happen. Next, I want you to think of a person that you really admire for their achievements. Whoever they are, an actor, musician, sportsperson, activist, politician, whatever their job, I guarantee that the thing that sets them apart from the thousands of other people who have tried to do what they do is their level of commitment. So, how can we harness the power of commitment during this challenging time? Our Virtuous Code of Conduct for Home Learning tells us that we can have commitment by completing work in line with the school timetable, on time, every day without fail, so that no learning time is lost. And also by attending our live lessons, accessing the lessons on the Ark Boulton Virtual Academy, or working in our work booklets. These things look simple and unglamorous when written down on the page, and on their own they are simple enough to achieve. But the difficult bit is doing it again and again, every day, even when you really don't want to. Remember that our virtues are not individual acts. They are habits that you form from repeated practice. So this week, we're all going to practice commitment. And I look forward to seeing your engagement with all of your lessons skyrocket this week. Have a restful weekend, take care, and we'll see you on Monday.